So this is our rocket mass heater. It's basically a masonry heater with some interesting modifications. A lot easier, I think, for someone to build. And from what I see online, they're more efficient too. So how it works is you feed the wood into here. This is the wood feed. And then inside there's a tunnel that burns sideways. And then there's a heat riser that goes up the middle of the barrel. It ends about right here. And because of the construction, it's called a J-tube. It goes down, over, and up. And the inside of this tunnel, the heat riser is highly insulated. So it gets really hot in the middle of the heat riser, to the tune of, probably 1,500 degrees. It'll get 800 degrees on top. The hottest is probably like 1/3 or 2/3, maybe halfway up the heat riser. Then I have brick here, and I used a clay sand mortar to finish from the barrel down to the bottom. So all of the gases from the fire, they'll get burned up in the heat riser. All the creosote and all the smoke get burned up as fuel. And then it comes out of the bottom and into the mass over here. Right, you can't see it in the video. Right down there, there's a chimney pipe that comes out. And it comes around. And then this is a T. It goes that way to another T, which goes back this way, and then a 90 and 90, and then another T to this T, and that goes over, up, and out. And I got a T on the bottom for easy clean out, and a T here. I won't talk about that now. That was for precautionary purposes. We won't need it. And then we have brick around everything. And then we're going to take pea gravel and fill in all the voids to make this, to act as a thermal mass, like a thermal battery to hold the heat. But right now, even without the pea gravel in there, we run this for an hour and a half or so, and it keeps the house warm for over 12 hours. And because it burns all of the creosote and all the smoke in the heat riser, there is no creosote that will ever be deposited on the inside of these chimney pipes. And the chimney pipe up there never gets above 110, 120 degrees. And the wall right next to it stays cool. It's below body temperature. And each of these are clean outs because sometimes ash blows up and around, especially if you burn more paper. And then you want to be able to open these up and clean them out. The shop vac. In order to finish, I have to bring this up a couple more rows because I had to make a modification, and this ended up getting taller. And I want this brick to at least be at the surface of these bricks here. But then after I do that and I fill it with gravel, I'm going to make a wooden shelf on top, which you would think you don't want wood next to this barrel, but it's not been an issue. When we have this wood here, this doesn't get hot. So what we do, the thermostat used to be right here, and I just moved it to the other side of the wall. So I'll turn the temperature down. It was at 69. I'll turn it down to 67 so it doesn't keep kicking on. And then I'll run this, and we'll get this up to about 72 or 73, and then we'll put these bricks on top to choke the fire out so it doesn't keep getting hotter and hotter. I have one more modification to do in the basement to support the floor. I have supports basically underneath of the barrel. Well, it's about 2 feet in, so maybe about right here. And then another one that's about right here in the middle of this mass. But I'm going to put another one at the end here. I'll probably show that in another video. But I got to finish those supports, and then we can pour all the pea gravel in there and We're supposed to only have to run this thing once a day or once every other day after all the mass is in there. And it stores the heat and just releases it over time. And you can see the fire burns downward, which sucks all the smoke in, so there's no smoke that escapes through the house. So it burns downward. There's a draft. That's why it's called a rocket heater. See if you can hear it. There's a rocket sound in there. So the fire burns down, sideways, and up. Maybe one of these days I'll catch a video of me starting it.